Pick up your phone and follow me on Twitter right now. I'm at Arsenio Hall. Our first guest plays the President of the United States on a very popular ABC drama, one of my favorite dramas, Scandal. Here's a little preview of the up-and-coming season. Check it out.
You realize what you've done?
I do.
You pulled the fire alarm.
I did.
That was a one-time thing, Liv, for extreme emergencies.
I know.
You can't ever use it again. The codes are already being rewritten.
I know.
You don't work in the White House anymore. You're not in the bubble anymore. I can't get the NSA to overlook you being issued a Providence key again. Not now.
I understand.
If there is an attack, terrorist, chemical, nuclear, I can't get you. You understand? You're on the outside. You're dead.
Please welcome Tony Goldwyn. I'm a fan.
Thank you.
I was watching the show one night and tweeting, and people were telling me what Gladiator meant and all that kind of stuff.
It's fun, right?
I got caught up.
Yeah, man. Me too. I get caught up. We get caught up. We do it twice every Thursday night when we're airing. So this Thursday, tomorrow night, we do it, yeah, East Coast and West Coast. We all everyone stops working.
Yeah.
And get on their phones and tweeting with the gladiators. It's great.
How does the term gladiator come about?
Well, in the show, I think it was in the very first scene of the pilot episode, Columbus Short, Harrison, says to Katie Lowes, who plays Quinn, when he's hiring her, you know, do you want to be a gladiator in a suit? Because that's what we are. And the people that work for Olivia Pope are gladiators. So it was a theme immediately in the show, and the fans grabbed onto it instantaneously on Twitter and said, we're gladiators. So it really was our fans that who kind of coined that as a popular phrase. And so on the street all the time, people are like, I'm a gladiator.
Yeah.
I'm a gladiator.
Yeah.
So it's great.
You probably have a lot of people coming up to you on the street and in planes and elevators.
Yeah,
and,
man, more and more.
What's your funniest, most unique experience?
The most fun one was last year. I travel, you know, I live on the East Coast, so I travel back and forth a lot to see my family. And so on the airplane, right as the show was starting to really take off, which was kind of last winter, I was going to the bathroom, and I come out of the bathroom, and the flight attendant grabs me. She says, excuse me, I need to talk to you. And she pulls me into the kitchen on the plane, and she said, you need to forgive Olivia. You need to forgive Olivia Pope. That woman loves you. Nobody else in that White House, you can't trust anybody. She is the one you can trust, and you need to forgive her. Because there was a period in the show when I was very upset with Olivia, and I was like, okay, but she meant it. She goes, I'm going to give you some relationship advice. She loves you. You love her. You two need to be together. And her partner, the other flight attendant, comes back, and he was like, and, you know, she needs to understand it's a television show. And she said, I know it's a television show, but it's my show. And she said, I take this stuff seriously. And she said, so it was beautiful. And then I would see her all the time, you know. Back and forth, you know, every few weeks I'd see her and we'd talk about my love life. And it was great, yeah.
So you're buddies now. I asked some of the people who follow me that I know are gladiators. I tweeted and said, do you have any questions for Tony? And a young lady named Maroon Sister, Maroon Sister, she says, we respect that you're married, but do sisters hit on you way more now than they did before? The show. Hashtag Scandal, hashtag Arsenio.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a easy one. Yeah.
Yeah, they think it's typecasting and you have jungle fever. A young lady who is Bop Mom. Bop Mom says, do you ever wish you were really the president? And do you have any ideas of how to save the world?
No and no.
It's fun to play it, though,
it's so fun to play, but without any of the... I mean, the one thing playing this part is when you really think about the degree of stress and pressure on
especially if your woman is a sister.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
exactly.
even more pressure.
And if she's not your wife.
Yes, indeed. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, no, I cannot imagine dealing with that. So I have a lot of respect for anybody who has the brains and the stomach for that job.
Have you ever met the man with the brains in the stomach right now?
I have not met President Obama. I would love to. I'm a big admirer of his, and
I find that unusual. I would think that you two would have met already.
I would too, but he has not called.
And yeah.
So, you know, I went to the White House Correspondents' Dinner this year and was so excited, and everyone said, are you going to meet the president? Are you going to meet the president? And I said, I hope so. So I kept meeting people and going, can you hook me up? Like, and they're like, well, we can try. You know, we'll call you if we can. And it didn't quite happen. So I'm counting on next year.
I'll tell you another reason I say that is I think I read that Michelle is a fan of the show.
I've heard that same thing. Yeah, because I talked to a lot of people who work in the White House. I was talking to Valerie Jarrett, and I think Mrs. Obama's chief of staff, saying that she's a huge fan, and they're really into it in the White House. So I was like,
yes.
Can I come over to dinner? But so I'm still waiting.
Okay, we have to wrap it up. I really appreciate you coming. I think, let's see, we've plugged the show. We've talked about you having jungle fever. We pretty much got through everything. I think I have free, no cost soundtracks from the television show Scandal for all of you. Oh, yes. I'll be right back with David Smooth. Thank you so much for coming. That was great.